Hey, what's up? This is techPresidentTV. I'm Josh Levy. This is our third installment, and we'll be doing something a little bit different this time. We'll be looking at our favorite political videos from the web for the last week. Now, these aren't the best political videos necessarily, but they're the ones that we think have the most chance of being talked about and of going viral.
Sir, I first and foremost want to thank you for your time. You spent a lot of time talking.
The first up, of course, is the video from the taser incident at the University of Florida. Now, we're not saying that this guy is the coolest guy and he didn't deserve a little bit of heckling at least, but I don't think anybody deserves that kind of tasering, especially when they're asking questions that are somewhat legitimate.
Don't tase me, bro! Don't tase me! I didn't do anything! Ow! 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 Ow!
One positive outcome, if you can call it positive, is the insertion into our cultural lexicon of the phrase, "Don't tase me, bro." A Ron Paul supporter sent us a pro-Paul video set to the music of goth metal band Evanescence. It shows Ron Paul in full Supreme Leader mode, though I'm not sure the music is really indicative of the guy himself. In any case, I think it's pretty funny to see images of Ron Paul set to this really heavy music and these words about change in America. I mean, the guy's a skinny obstetrician from Texas. Dan Meyer is a staffer for Rudy Giuliani, and he's been running around the country producing a video series called Running with Rudy. It continues in the theme of the Ron Paul video with crazy metal guitar that's completely out of place in the video and in the campaign. The latest installment follows Rudy up to New Hampshire to a NASCAR track.
So it's pretty neat. We're right here in the pit. This is pit row, and we'll be starting the race soon. There's been a lot going on already today. Right now, the mayor is behind me. He is interviewing with Brian Kilmeade from Fox & Friends.
Dan seems pretty excited about it and is doing a pretty good job. Although it's curious that Rudy never actually talks to Dan. He's only talking to other people, and Dan reports on those interviews. It's an interesting experiment, but we're looking forward to seeing where it goes.
When Giuliani had the chance to actually do something about the war, he went AWOL.
Meanwhile, MoveOn.org is getting tough on Rudy Giuliani a week after he got tough on them.
After skipping important meetings of the Iraq Study Group, he quit and gave speeches for money.
The Move On Petraeus ad is continuing to resonate across the blogosphere. And here in this video, we see John McCain telling Move On that they ought to move out of the country because of the ad.
It's disgraceful. It's got to be retracted and condemned by the Democrats, and MoveOn.org ought to be thrown out of this country.
Also, the Sunlight Foundation put out this great video advertising not only their own services, but One Web Day, a yearly gathering of webaholics celebrating all that is good about the web.
Do you suffer from taxpayer cynicism, political ennui, constituent apathy? These might be symptoms of congressional data frustration, or CDF. You're not alone. Over 50% of Americans suffer from these symptoms, brought on by a lack of access to meaningful political data. You don't have to live like this any longer. It's time to reclaim your government. Sunlight Elena Zinasek is here.
Sunlight Elena Zinasek. Elena Zinasek. Is it a Zinasek? Sunlight Elena Zinasek. Sunlight Elena Zinasek. Finally, the best antidote to the taser incident, which left such a terrible taste in all of our mouths, is probably the Pangea Project. The basic thing is that video making is now in our hands and in the hands of everybody in the world. It's not expensive to do anymore, and it's completely accessible to almost all of us. So, the Pangea Project wants to gather video made from all over the world and to show it all over the world. People on the board include Goldie Hawn, Cameron Diaz, even Ami Dar from Idealist.org. It's like a crazy lineup of liberals and actors all working together to make everybody happy and live together in harmony, except for when they're being tasered.
Don't tase me, bro! Don't tase me!
That's it for this episode. We'll see you next week with the next crop of web videos. Stay tuned.